저는 이제 한국 분들은 아실 것 같은데 프리첼이라고 우리나라 이제 SNS의 시작을 열었던 회사에서 일을 시작했고, 제가 제일 오래 재직했던 회사는 NH이라는 회사에 제일 오랫동안 재직을 했고요. 그 후에 이제 넷마블을 거쳐서 위메이드에 조인해서 계속 사업에 관련된 업과 개발에 관련된 일을 했습니다. 위메이드, 저희 모회사인 위메이드는 그 중국명으로 취한치라고 하죠. 취한치고 한국명 미래의 전설이라는 게임인데 2017년 기준으로 약 한 5억 명 이상의 유저, 그리고 저희 다른 IP까지 하면 저희가 한 6억 명 정도의 유저풀을 가지고 있고, 2017년 기준으로 중국에서 한 4억 정도의 매출을 보여주고 있는 IP를 중심으로 해서 한 10여 개의 자회사들이 게임 개발과 사업을 영위해 나가고 있습니다.
Hello, hi everyone, my name is SebastianBorget. I'm CEO and co-founder of Pixel. Our company has been acquired last year by Animoca Brands, here represented by James. We're developing a decentralized gaming platform called the Sandbox, which is a sequel to an existing mobile game that has been a user-generated content game that been launched. So the Sandbox is a decentralized gaming platform where creators can make voxel assets and get the experience and monetize them on the blockchain. It's a sequel to an existing mobile game that's been launched about 7 years ago and has had over 40 million installs today, 70 million players creation, and still has a large community of 1 million active creators. We have recently announced raising $2.5 million in a round led by Hashed, and we are very excited now to come to market with a very strong focus in Korea.
My name is Pavel Bains, co-founder, CEO of Bluzel. What we are doing is we're a decentralized data storage, so what we do is use blockchain technology, edge computing to make software applications run faster around the world. The main one is, first vertical is gaming and anything related to gaming, such as live streaming, mobile ad networks. The main problem is games are now global in nature. They are multiplayer, they need to perform fast, and if the end user, the player, has any slowdowns in the gameplay, it's not available when they log in, they're going to lose, they're going to leave, and then the developer, the guys who make the games, like Sandbox, they're going to lose money. So our whole thing is to build the infrastructure using blockchain technology to improve the way games and software are performing. We're working with Heroku, the software platform, so people can deploy our product quickly. Technology partners also include British Telecom for providing our network, and Amazon. And then our connection to Korea was that when we started building this next phase of the business, in addition to True Global Ventures, Hash was one of the early investors in us in September 2017.
Hello everybody, my name is James. I'm a senior business strategist for Animoca Brands. Animoca Brands' DNA is actually in gaming. It's founded nearly 10 years ago. Our focus now is really evolved into technology and innovation investments. So we have 3 core divisions related to gaming from the casual mobile gaming side. We recently took a really strong stance on the blockchain infrastructure investments and gaming investments. We had a chance to work very closely with Sebastian with Sandbox, rather than being part of the Animoca family, but we're aggressively looking at more deals across the market. And we're here to share more. And our third division is AI blockchain, the early stage accelerator fund. So aside from gaming, we also look at other sort of parts of blockchain and AI that has relevance enough to invest into to grow the ecosystem.
So can you please share with us why did you?
Hey everybody. Yeah, sure. This is Matthew Cassell from Wax. I'm a serial entrepreneur. You know, I went to MIT Stanford for computer science, so pretty techy. And our company Wax has developed a protocol blockchain designed to make e-commerce transactions faster, easier, and safer. Our mainnet is coming out June 30th, using delegated proof of stake as a consensus mechanism, and it's fully backward compatible with EOS. Our system is designed so that dApps, marketplaces, and especially NFTs have a whole set of tools to make their businesses more successful. We have a suite of services like Block Explorer, Wallet, SSO, and OAuth. So so stable sign-on and all, item creation, random number generation, and of course marketplace, and that's our background. So we have the most successful marketplace in the world for virtual items.
Thank you. So next question is, can you please share with us why do you think implementing blockchain technology was important to add in the game? 블록체인 기술을 적용하시게 된 배경에 대해서 설명을 한번 해주시면 감사드립니다.
네, 블록체인이 사실은 크립토커런시가 각광받기 시작하면서 많은 회사들이, 비즈니스 팀들이 프로젝트들을 시작을 했는데, 사실 그런 재무적인 관점보다는 장기적으로 지속 가능한 서비스를 만드는 것이 무엇보다도 이제 저희한테 중요한 과제였고요. 기존의 PC 온라인 게임과 모바일 게임으로 계속해서 넘어가고 있는 게임의 흐름이 이제는 또 모바일 게임도 사실상 레드오션이 되고 있고, 새로운 기회, 또 새로운 테크놀로지에 의한 새로운 시장이 필요하다고 판단이 되고요. 블록체인이 갖고 있는 장점들이 여러 가지가 있기 때문에 기존 게임 산업이 갖고 있는 고질적인 문제들이 있습니다. 게임 서비스상의 문제와 게임 제작상의 극복하기 어려운 고질적인 문제들이 블록체인이라는 기술적인 특성이 갖고 있는 장점을 활용해서 극복할 수 있고 새로운 시장을 만들어낼 수 있다고 판단했고요. 또 위메이드라는 회사가 많은 IP와 유저를 보유하고 있긴 한데, 어쨌든 이제 한국과 중국과 극동아시아에 치중되어 있는 분포되어 있는 저희 이제 서비스의 포트폴리오가 좀 더 글로벌 차원으로 확산될 수 있기 위해서는 블록체인을 잘 활용하는 것이 새로운 기회가 될 수 있겠다고 생각을 해서 블록체인 프로젝트를 시작하게 됐습니다. 감사합니다.
So in our case, we've been in the space of user-generated content for 7 years, and applying the blockchain technology to the sandbox is allowing creators to actually have the true ownership of their creation. So before, creators, when they were making content on other games like Minecraft, Roblox, or even our previous mobile version, all the content was actually centralized and they didn't own it actually. So if the game or the platform ceased to exist, the content disappeared with it. So using the potential of non-fungible tokens, NFTs, we are here creating a new model, a new incentive for creators where these the content are truly theirs, and which opens behind new business model. Since the content is actually in their ownership, in their wallet, they can start taking this content and trading them on external marketplace, start to monetize it using cryptocurrency as well, and eventually even use it across other games, other platforms, other blockchains, which is called interoperability. So it's really opening to the gaming industry, which has been for so many years with free-to-play a closed ecosystem with a closed economy. It's applying real-world economy, open world to gaming.
Yeah, so similar to Sebastian, so I came from gaming as well. I used to work for Disney, did projects with Electronic Arts, Microsoft, Activision, Atari, whatnot. And coming from the same background, what I saw was really in the digital assets aspect of not just just trading it with others, but being a single creator and profiting from that for the long term. So let's say I built certain weaponry in World of Warcraft. And James wants to buy that for me because he wants to be a better player. He likes what I do. I'm like, sure, I'll sell it to you. The way I believed was, hey, maybe later if he does modifications and then sells it to Sebastian, well, I was the original creator. Now we have a trail of evidence all along down the blockchain that Pavel was the original creator. So maybe I get royalties after that. And as it keeps moving down the line, even if people are selling it and any modification they do, everybody prior should be getting percentages of that all the way around. So that's how I believe that systems like blockchain and smart contracts are allowing us to do.
Excellent. Just to agree with these 2 points of comment, also to Sebastian, I think the non-fungible token to us is something that we really truly believe will evolve gaming. The gaming commerce and the true digital ownership will really grow next phase where gaming is going to be. I think a general statistic is that of the $138 billion gaming market, $70 billion actually comes from less than 3% of 70 billion are captured, right? So we do think that this next evolution of where monetization will go. And I think true digital ownership is something that we truly believe in, and non-fungible token as a possibility will be super exciting for us to see.
Hi. Well, I guess I'm going to show a graphic which I think shows a little bit of like our point of view. So we have two, very significant dApps that run on our platform, and our point of view is that if you enable trading on virtual or real-world items, like that's really what consumers want, and that's what game publishers want to make money and to be able to grow their business. So we support any kind of NFT because our approach is not just the item itself, but then the interoperability. And I think some of the other folks think of interoperability as important as well. But when you have a system that allows people to actually use real money to be able to buy things like credit card, or ACH, that's how you engage a large audience. Not just forcing them to use crypto to pay. So we then allow publishers to make more money from trading both virtual items like Vigo, which is essentially a skin like CSGO, and then real world items like Viral. So this is like Tether for consumer products. So we believe trading virtualized products that are completely skins or consumer products is how the technology, blockchain technology, can enhance the game ecosystem. We've already generated on our testnet about $150 million in transactions for these kinds of items. So it's added a lot of value to the ecosystem and game developers.
Thank you. Compared to traditional games, what are some significant advantages that blockchain games can bring to the industry? Sebastian?
제 생각에 블록체인과 게이밍이 만나는 지점에서 가장 중요한 아젠다 내지는 장점은 한마디로 압축하면 생태계라고 생각이 드는데요. 많은 분들이 이제 얘기해 주셨지만 사실 펀저블 토큰의 중요성에 대해서는 뭐 너무나 잘 아실 거고 또 넌펀저블 토큰도 매우 중요한 사실 잘 아실 거예요. 근데 진짜로 이것이 게임 산업에 왜 필요한가를 천착해 보면 사실은 게임을 제작하고 서비스하는 과정과 굉장히 밀접하게 연관이 되어 있거든요. 제가 여태까지 런칭했던 프로젝트, 수많은 프로젝트들이 개발자가 100명 이상 투입됐던 프로젝트들이 있었는데 게임을 열심히 준비해서 몇 년간 개발해서 게임을 런칭하면 이 개발자들이 그다음부터 좀 쉬고 그 성과를 보내야 되는데 그때부터 개발자들한테 헬게이트가 열립니다. 유저들의 컨텐츠 소비 속도가 생각보다 매우 빠르기 때문에 개발자들은 그 업데이트 속도를 따라가기 위해서 계속되는 크런치 모드 속에서 살아야 하고요. 유저들은 게임에 컨텐츠가 없다고 불평합니다. 그러면 또 개발자들이 계속 야근해서 컨텐츠 업데이트를 하면 그러면 또 게임이 굉장히 아름다운 모습으로 계속 발전하느냐. 어떤 문제가 생기면 게임이 점점 복잡해지고 신규 유저가 들어오지 않아요. 게임이 너무 복잡해지기 때문에. 그러니까 마케팅하는 사람들은 어떻게 하면 신규 유저를 끌어모을지 끊임없이 고민하는데 유저 액quisition 코스트는 계속해서 높아지고 이런 악순환이 계속됩니다. 그래서 게임이 원래 제공하고 했던 재미는 어디론가 없어지고 그냥 종합 선물 세트만 남아있는 거죠. 그래서 이제 게임의 라이프 사이클이 점점 적어가는데 이를테면 뭐 저희가 서비스했던 뭐 이카루스 같은 MMORPG라 그러면 그 게임의 이제 그 유니크한 게임성은 그 탈 것이 있어요. 거기 그 펠로우라는 탈 것 공중전을 하는 시스템이 있는데 이 하늘을 날아다니는 탈 것을 가지고 게임에서 뭔가 그걸 관련된 유저들이 그거에 집착해야 되니까 업데이트를 계속해서 하다 보면 게임 시스템적인 한계에 얽매이게 되기 때문에 개발자들이 더 재미있는 재미와 창의성을 발휘하기 어려워집니다. 차라리 이걸 넌펀저블 토큰으로 만들어서 별도의 게임으로 만들고 오로지 펠로우를 활용한 이태리 재미를 내는 신게임을 만든다든가 그런 활용한 또 다른 게임을 만든다든가 하는 식으로 개발자들이 시간에 쫓기지 않고 기존 시스템의 한계에 얽매이지 않는 새로운 개발 방법론이 필요하다고 생각했습니다. 그래야 게임 업계에 본질적으로 반복되고 있는 이런 악순환들이 어느 정도 해결될 수 있는 실마리가 될 거라고 생각을 했고요. 이것이 진짜 본질적으로 그 재무적으로 펀드레이징을 할 수 있느냐 없느냐를 떠나서 게임과 게임 산업에 블록체인이 어떤 유의미한 기여를 할 것인가에 대한 저희 나름대로 일단 뭐 해답의 하나를 말씀드렸는데 좀 더 근본적인 이런 해결책에 대한 정비이 필요할 것이라고 생각합니다.
answer. I believe what the real potential behind non-fungible tokens is the value creation for these game items that become suddenly tokenized on the blockchain. Essentially, it's not just about the scarcity or the utility, but it also can be the emotional attachment, more specifically when it's made by a user versus made by a game developer, as well as the history of the ownership of the item. So if that game item, let's say like a weapon in a shooter game, has been owned by a superstar player before, instead of just a regular player, then value can accrue. Same-wise, the legacy of that item, like what are the specific achievements across different games that it has had, can increase. And the interoperability of the NFT also can increase its value across multiple games. So an item that can be very common in one game can become suddenly very powerful in the second one, and suddenly have more value to the eyes of players and become more traded on marketplace, etc. What it means behind to have those NFTs that take suddenly value beyond just inside one game, it means that we have suddenly the possibility for this token to be traded, be sold for several thousand of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars for some of them, the most scarce one, and it brings new opportunity and an ecosystem for players, for creators, that I believe is solving one of the issues that I was mentioning before behind this absence of value of question. And now that we have a community of users that play a game, and the content and what the time they invest into this game, this platform acquires more value, they become prescriptors. They want to win, there's a network effect, they want to bring more users to the platform, to the game, because they want to share the wealth with the newcomers, and it's become a very healthy circle.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Compared to traditional games, what are some significant advantages that blockchain games can bring to the industry?
I think to start off, you got to get rid of it. We're just marketing the term. There's no such thing as blockchain games. They're all still games are games. Your games are either played on consoles, PC, browser, handheld. I don't play the games on blockchain. So I think it's a technology. So no developers out there say, if you go to a developer and say, oh, what games do you make? They don't say I make Unity games. They say I make Xbox games, console, or mobile. So that's so blockchain is really allowing for a lot of these technology innovations. The one I like that the blockchain can bring now with interoperability is it's two parts. Let's go on the interoperability part. That if you are a new, so content games are a hit-driven business. When if you don't have a hit, game falls. You spend all that marketing building the game, all that time, years marketing, and all of a sudden, if it doesn't connect, it's over in a matter of a month. What I like about the interoperability part is, like, let's say you make your first game, you sell it, doesn't do well, but you have this community of supporters, and they have these assets. Now, let's just say that game company goes and builds a second game. They can basically say to the first one, that supporter, hey, you know what? Sorry, the first one didn't work out. Transfer your assets over to this one. You got a leg up. You don't have to invest anymore, and maybe this next game will work out. So I think what it can do is increase the probabilities of success for a game developer, because it can take the old stuff they did and transport it to the new one. Before they couldn't do that. If that first game didn't work, let's just say, let's go Angry Birds for Rovio. That was their 50th game they made, and that ended up being a success. Everything else was a failure beforehand, really. The only thing they could transport beforehand was technology learnings back end, but that did nothing for the customer. Now you can do something for the customer. So that's what I think that's a big innovation, is that you allow for more success.
Yeah, to add to your point, I think one perfect example is World of Warcraft. You get hyperinflation in the game. It really kills the game, right? You get these whales that own the monopoly, all the money in the ecosystem that can't actually, the new players can't come play it. Kind of goes, there's no really joins because it's too unaffordable to bid it. But I think one of the things that we see, we recently signed a deal with F1. We launched an F1 game, well, we call it a blockchain game. It's new to people. We actually launched a bid for a virtual F1 car a couple of weeks ago. We're very excited that we actually achieved 450